Hey guys, hello. Welcome back. This is like a vlog, but we're gonna kind of sit down for it. I feel like this is like, not like a vloggy vlog, at least not this first portion, but it's also not like a proper sit down video, you know what I mean? I have a couple boxes here that I'm excited about, and then I also have like a health update with Cole. If you don't follow me on Instagram or you didn't see the oh, my hair is like doing the most right now, so we're just gonna ignore that. If you didn't see, I will link down below my previous vlog where I basically talked about our like very sudden emergency room slash 3-day hospital stay. Cole was admitted to the hospital. It was like kind of a whole thing, so obviously I'm not gonna like get into the whole entire story because that was its own very like lengthy video, but I will link that down below if you're not aware or caught up on that. So I will give you like a little bit of an update on that based on his appointment yesterday. And then I'm excited because I have a new pair of shoes that I'm going to show you guys. And then I also, I think I mentioned this a couple of vlogs ago at this point, but I placed a Cotton On Kids order. This was not sent to me or anything. I like ordered these, but I've never ordered from, I have a couple things from Cotton On for myself, but I honestly didn't even really know they had a kids section. But their kids section is actually like really cute. Like I wouldn't call them like expensive. They're not like expensive, but they're definitely more, you know, than like Old Navy or Target or anything like that. But their sales section's like really good. And what I've heard of them recently, which like I said, I didn't know they had baby stuff until not that long ago. I heard really good stuff, so I figured, I haven't even opened it yet. I literally just like opened the box, but I haven't even peeked inside. So I thought we'd do a little Cotton On Kids unboxing, and we can see, I have something kind of in my eye which has been bugging me. So I figured we'd unbox that together. I'm also excited because today's my wedding anniversary, me and my husband's 5-year wedding anniversary, which seems kind of crazy because in my head I'm still like 17 years old. So the idea of like being married for 5 years, we've been together for 7, is weird. Like that feels like such, I mean it is a long time, but it feels like my brain doesn't even recognize that that's even a possibility. So yeah, it's a very exciting day. We're gonna go do some fun activities for our anniversary. I don't know, maybe I'll vlog a little bit for the anniversary. I'm not really sure. I just knew I wanted to like dig into this freaking box of baby clothes. I'm so excited, and then give you guys the update. But I also wanted to show you, I got a package in from Allbirds, and this is not sponsored or anything, but they did send these over to me, which is so cool. And I'm sure y'all have heard of Allbirds. I've heard of them a bajillion times, and I've honestly always wanted to try them. And when I got this opportunity to test out a pair of their shoes, I could obviously like not pass it up. So I figured I would show you guys the pair that I picked out. Their boxes are just like real cute. I feel like Allbirds is just known to be like kind of aesthetic in general, and I feel like if you like know anything about Allbirds, you probably know, I feel like they're very known for being like a fairly natural, like kind of like in touch with nature like sort of brand. Like that's what comes to mind when I think of them. And they're actually like a carbon neutral brand too, which I know like a lot of companies are working towards that. So I think that's kind of cool that they have already done that. And obviously with that being said, I feel like they're just kind of like across the board a very like sustainable type brand. And I know so many of us, especially like nowadays with climate change and all this stuff, really care about like clean and more natural and sustainable type of, like that's where we want to support, that's where we like want to give our business. And Allbirds is definitely that. Also their stuff is just so cute. And not only do they have shoes, which I feel like is what they're known for, and actually the pair that I picked out, which like I said I will show you, these are kind of like their OG shoes, like the ones that I feel like kind of like put their name on the map. But what I didn't realize is they have like apparel, and they have like undergarments, they have kids stuff too, they have a lot of different types of shoes too, like not just sneakers, like kind of athletic-y looking sneakers, but more like kind of like sandal type shoes, and more like hiking kind of shoes and running shoes. Like they have so much on there. I think you guys would actually be so surprised by what they have to offer on the website, because as I was going through there, I was shocked by the selection. Their like bras and underwear look so good, and they have stuff for, like I said, men, women, children, like literally something for everyone on their website. And I actually tried on these shoes and literally fell in love instantly. I feel like I've heard from multiple people that you like don't even have to wear socks with these because they're just like very comfy and very breathable, like just the way they're made. So these specifically are the wool runners. So like I said, they're definitely like the OG. Like I feel like when you think of Allbirds, you think of these sneakers, like a very crisp and simple, but they are truly so comfortable. And actually I styled them, so I'll insert some clips here just so you guys can kind of like see how they look with an outfit and on my feet and stuff like that. These are so nice, and just again so clean and aesthetic. They have kind of like minimal branding, but I think it's like very tasteful. They have like a little tag there, a little something, again very monochromatic back here on the sole, and they are like the wool runners, so they kind of have like this wool type of material, which maybe you would think would be like hot or something, but I feel like it's almost the opposite. These are so comfy and airy and breathable. Even the like bed, again, sort of has that wool feeling, but it's the most weirdly comfortable thing. Like I would never think putting on like a wool pair of shoes would feel the way these feel, but they're so freaking cute and again, so comfortable. Obviously you can wear them with socks too, but I kind of like the option to not wear socks. A lot of times I'm just like about to run out the door and I'm not gonna run upstairs and grab socks. They're such like a nice, neutral, like everyday pair of shoes. I feel like these would be such good traveling shoes. That's like the first thing I thought. Also, we have a bunch of trips coming up, so that's just like where my brain is at right now. But I feel like these would be the best travel shoes because they would be great for like the airport and the airplane. They're easy to like slip on and off for security. I feel like they could be paired with basically anything. Like you could wear like a cute little dress and a pair of like white sneakers, or you know, just like a shorts and a tank top, or even with like leggings, like more like athletic. I feel like these could go from like athleisure to kind of like casual like denim shorts and like a t-shirt to a cute casual little dress or romper. Like these could literally work with almost any outfit, which is what I love for trips and vacations. I want to bring like as few shoes as possible, obviously for packing purposes, so having like one pair that can go with everything. I love that. So yeah, these are so cute. They're so comfortable, and they actually offer, they don't really do like discounts or sales like almost ever. I feel like they're one of those brands it's like hard to kind of like get a deal on, but I feel like their products are so good and so high quality, and again, they have like the sustainability behind them that it kind of, they're worth the price in that way, especially with like the durability and just how well I hear that they last. But they did offer me a coupon code for you guys, or like a link that you guys can use. I will put that down below, and you do get a free pair of socks when you make any purchase of shoes or apparel. It doesn't apply to like if you just get like a pair of underwear or something, but just about anything else, you'll get a free pair of socks with your purchase, which again, this is Allbirds, so you know that like their socks are gonna be so great. I will drop that link down below for you guys in the description box. Definitely check it out. Like I said, they have a ton of options. If like this isn't your cup of tea, they have literally everything. Everything just looks so cute and so comfy, and I just love kind of everything that they stand for. So yeah, thank you to Allbirds for sending these over. Again, not sponsored or anything like that. I'm very impressed. So anyway, I will drop that link down below. Y'all should definitely check it out. Next up, let's unbox, or yeah, I guess unbox, right? Because I literally like haven't even peeked at this stuff. So this is like totally a first glance at everything in here, and I got stuff for Cole and for the baby, which in our time we still haven't announced the gender, but obviously by the time y'all see this we will have announced the gender, so you will know that we're having a little girl, which is very exciting, but it also means I have to kind of get like a lot of new clothes. If we were having a boy, I was gonna not really need to buy hardly anything, but now I'm basically starting over more or less. And honestly, anything that says sis or like little sister or baby sister or anything, or brother, like for Cole, I can't resist, because now that I like Cole gets to be a brother and this little baby gets to be a sister, I'm just obsessed with that. And their bibs looked so cute, and honestly these feel nice. First of all, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like a skull wear or like a rectangle, so I love that because I feel like that helps cover like more like area, more like real estate on their shoulders and even kind of like behind them. But it's also like, this is really thick. It's got kind of like a terry cloth material on the back, so it's like double lined, like there's two different pieces of material here, and this like front material, which is like weirdly soft for a bib. I don't know like even why you need a bib to be this soft, but this is really soft, and it's got a really nice like button closure in the back. I feel like that'll be really easy to put on and off. That is so cute. I'm like genuinely impressed by how this feels. It feels like thick and super soft. It says made from Australian cotton. This is nice. Like this is so nice. You probably never think you get so excited about a bib, but this is awesome. I think actually there's other bibs in here I remember grabbing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, wait, now I'm excited about these. These are gonna be like my new favorite bibs. I have a lot of like boyish bibs from Kohl's, so I wanted to grab some more girly ones, and literally anything I see in leopard print I will buy for this girl, because that's like when I like thought of having a daughter, I was like leopard print everything and like ruffles, but leopard print everything, I'm gonna go ham. And so it has begun. This is like the same type of bib in just like this neutral leopard, again with the terry cloth, and of course I'll link all this stuff down below so long as it's still available and stuff. But wow, I love that. And oh my gosh, wait, look at the print of this one. Oh my gosh, this is like what's gonna be so fun about having a little girl. Look at this little like retro little floral pattern. I feel like this is like, I don't know, 60s or like 70s vibes. Oh, I love these colors, y'all. These are nice. These are really nice. You guys need to try. And I think these were on a good deal too. At full price it says they're $9.99, which even that isn't like crazy, but I think they had like a 2 for $14 or 2 for $12 or something like that, which makes them like super affordable, and these feel like nice quality. So yeah, I'm so excited with her little bib collection so far. That's exciting. And then this was so random. But like I said, everything was at such a good price and I wanted to try some stuff out. So I got this little pack of dive toys. Now that it's obviously the summertime, we'll be going to the pool. And it comes in like this nice little like clear reusable zipper case, which is kind of nice. And kind of didn't know what to expect of these. I just had a picture. Oh, they even have like a mesh bottom on this case. So I guess if you put them back in here wet, obviously you could because the case is just like plastic. So it's not like it would get ruined, but it'll help them dry. That's kind of a nice touch, like the fact that they even gave you something like to store them in and they won't like get as moldy because there's like airflow. But these are kind of like almost like a bathing suit kind of material, like a neoprene sort of material. And then they have, I don't know what's in here. Can you hear that? It's almost like sand or like a beanbag sort of filling. So I figured for Cole, not that he can like dive or swim underwater, but I figured just for like a pool toy or in his water table or something, those would be fun. And honestly, I like the aesthetic, the cute little colors. So yeah, like I said, they have not just clothes, like they have accessories and like, I guess you'd consider that like a toy. So that's kind of fun. I was like really surprised with the selection, like the variety of stuff that they have. Oh yes, I'm so excited for this. I got this for Cole in a size 4. I think because like some of the stuff was on sale, I might have been a little bit limited in the size options, but obviously we live in North Carolina and I saw they had like a bunch of like, so they had a lot of sports teams honestly, so they might have like your local team. But this is a little Charlotte Hornets t-shirt. How cute is that? I love the color. Oh, it even has like a little, this is so nice. This is like embroidered, little NBA like logo. This stuff just feels, y'all, like I'm impressed. I feel like even for the price, like full price, this would be 30 bucks, which again is like maybe a little on the higher end of what you'd spend on like a toddler t-shirt, but this stuff just feels like nice. Like this material feels kind of like comfort colors or something. It's kind of like thick and it just feels like durable and nice quality. And I feel like this graphic, honestly, I would wear this in like a bigger size. And like I said, there's stuff for Little Miss and for Cole, so I'm just literally grabbing as I go. Like I said, anything Leopard, I'm literally going to purchase. This is a, look how cute their tags are. Oh my gosh. It says like 6 to 12 and then like the months is in like cursive or whatever. I feel like there's just like everything about their clothes is aesthetic. Like look at the tag. It says the same thing, like 6 to 12 months in like a cute little font. And it just says cotton on baby. This stuff is cute, and these are obviously like little kind of like leggings, but they actually have like a fleece. I don't know if I knew this when I bought them or not, but they're like fleece lined. So they're like super warm. I feel like these will be really great for kind of like the fall. Oh my gosh, I love this blue leopard. So freaking cute. 6 to 12, I don't know, does this seem, what I'm noticing so far, I don't think I've mentioned this in a vlog yet, what I'm noticing so far is that it seems to me like girl clothes are just made smaller. Like I feel like Cole's 6 to 12 month clothes were bigger than this. Like I don't know if they were a little wider or a little longer, but like all the girls' clothes seem tiny. Like this looks like a, like I don't know, a 6 month, like 3 to 6. This does not look like a 12 month size, but I don't know. I haven't obviously had like a little baby in a while, so maybe I'm forgetting, but it just seems to me like girls' clothes run a little smaller, like ever since I started buying little girls' clothes. Speaking of little girls' clothes, look at this little beanie. It says 0 to 6, so maybe like closer to like, I don't know, January and stuff. Seems a little big, but how cute is it? It's like orange and pink. It's got a little pom-pom. And again, super like nice, kind of like a thicker knit. Like I feel like this will actually keep her super warm. Oh my gosh, that's freaking cute. Everything in here so far, I'm like so impressed by just like the quality and how it looks and just how cute it is, honestly. These are for Cole. These are a size 4. These look big. See what I mean? I don't know. I feel like boys' clothes just seem so much bigger, but these are denim shorts. Are like very like elastic. I don't know if you can tell in the back. There's like some good elastic, but they do have a little snap closure. Oh, no zip or anything, which is nice. And then like real pockets, which I always think is so funny. And they're obviously kind of like a black denim. They've got like a little bit of distressing on them and like kind of a raw hem. I honestly feel like I would wear a pair of jeans like this. Maybe that's what I'm doing when I buy clothes for my kids. I'm just like, what would I wear? Do I think that's cute for me? If yes, then I'm gonna get it for them. And obviously, as you guys can probably tell, I'm just sort of buying stuff in a variety of sizes because obviously, you know, the new baby will need stuff for like wide range of sizes. And then Cole, he usually always has like plenty for his current size, and then typically even like 1 size up. So I'm typically always purchasing like 1 to 2, even 3 sizes up for him just to kind of put away. Or obviously like if it's a good deal, like I'll get, I mean, I'm not getting like size 6s and 7s, like I'm not going that far into the future, but if things are on a good deal, I just kind of buy like whatever size they have available that's like closest or whatever, just to kind of like have put away. So this looks huge too. Goodness, I thought this might be for like next winter, but I don't know. This is, I love their like tags. Like, look how cute their little font is. This is size 3 to 4 and it's a little Christmas sweater. So I don't think this will be this winter, but probably next. I literally feel like this looks massive. Again, this feels so nice. It's honestly kind of like a thicker sort of material. Like this would genuinely like be warm. It's kind of like a little bit heavy in a way. And I like the little collar detail and just the cute little pattern. That's adorable. And I feel like this is kind of gender neutral too. Like maybe even little Miss could wear this with like some cute leggings like when she's older. That's kind of what I'm keeping in mind when I'm shopping now that I know I have one of each gender. I'm kind of like, I'm still buying boy stuff for Cole obviously, but I'm kind of thinking a little bit ahead, and I'm thinking like, is that something like Cole could wear? And then obviously when little Miss is his age, like could she wear that too? Like could this be a hand-me-down situation? Obviously, you know, she's gonna get her own clothes of course and girly things, but I feel like it would be nice to have at least like a percentage of Cole's wardrobe that she could wear, so like I don't literally have like double the amount of baby and toddler clothes. I could do like maybe 50% of Cole's wardrobe is like fairly neutral so that she could wear it. Plus I feel like it works better in that direction. Like I feel like if like you have a girl first, it's kind of hard to make girl things work for a boy, because like they kind of, not that they can't obviously, but it's hard to make ruffles or leopard print or pink, you know, work on a boy. But boy stuff, you know, even like baby blue or like neutral colors like browns and tans and whites and blacks and grays, anything like that, even, you know, stuff that is like blue, you could still put on a little girl with like a pink pair of pants and maybe like a bow or a headband, and you can like kind of make it work. I'm honestly kind of glad we had a boy first, because I feel like a good bit of his clothes I can make work for her, but I don't think it would have worked the other way around. So anyway, those are just like some of the things I'm keeping in mind when I'm shopping now. This is a size 3. This is a little flannel. This will probably be good for next winter. I would say this doesn't look gigantic. It's got like a cute little patch and a little front pocket, and again, this feels like legit flannel. Like it feels nice and warm. It's not like super soft, but it's definitely like a flannel-y kind of material, so I think it will be comfy and warm. And I love that green color. I feel like that could be kind of Christmassy type vibes. I'm impressed by this stuff. I just feel like it all looks so nice. And I think we only have a couple things left. This is like a sweater, again in size 3 to 4. Oh, this is again kind of like I was just saying, one of those things that I feel like is kind of neutral. So I got this for Cole, and I think this is meant for a boy. I'm pretty sure there's like a little boy model wearing it. It's basically just like a little kind of pullover, like kind of chunky knit sweater. It's kind of a hoodie, I guess. A hoodie sweater, because it has the little kangaroo pocket, and then obviously the hood. Cole will be cute in this with like some jeans and sneakers, but I feel like a little girl at this age like could totally wear this again with like little cute leggings or something, and it would kind of be like a tunic kind of style, like oversized sweater. But this is a really nice like chunky knit sort of material. I don't know if you can tell. Again, this is like thick and like warm. Like I feel like this will genuinely provide some warmth and just be kind of cozy to wear. Like I feel like just because this is kid stuff, it's not necessarily like made of like any lesser quality or like less nice material. Just because it's for like toddlers, I feel like this is just as nice as like anything I would buy at Cotton On for myself. This is, again, like I would totally wear something like this. That is super nice. And I just realized this totally matches that bib that I showed you. And this is like a little headband. It's obviously like super tied up right now, but it's kind of like a little bit of a stretchy kind of material, and just like a knotted little headband, which is the same material as this bib. So that could be a cute little outfit. I don't know if I realized I did that when I purchased it, but how cute would this be, like tied up? Oh my gosh. Oh, and I think this might be the same as, oh no, maybe not. It's like the same material. It definitely feels very similar. Again, I got a size, I feel like I got a size 3 to 4 in almost all of the stuff I got for Cole for the most part. Again, this is so neutral too. This could totally be for a little girl or a little boy. I want to say this is on a boy model. I feel like the stuff I bought for Cole was like definitely in the boy section, because I was shopping like girl and then boy. But how cute is this? It's got kind of like a little thick collar sort of situation, and then again it's just like a chunky, I love how like chunky knit this is. Like these are the kind of sweaters I like. That's so cute with like some jeans. Baby girl can definitely wear this when she's bigger too, with like some little jeans, a little headband. So cute and so soft and fuzzy, and I'm very, very impressed with the quality. I feel like stuff from like Target or Old Navy would just be thinner and like less warm, and I don't know, just wouldn't feel quite this like substantial, if that makes sense. So I don't know, I guess kind of you do like kind of get what you pay for in a sense. Like obviously it depends, but I feel like this stuff, I can tell it's like a little bit of a step up. Even this shirt, this is a size 3. Honestly, I wonder if Cole could almost wear this now, but it's a cute little like linen, it is like a linen material, I don't know if you can tell, so it's like a lighter weight, kind of like a beachy sort of top. I don't know if you can see the texture in it. It's just a little short sleeve button down, the cute little collar, the little patch. How cute is that? The little buttons, there's a little pocket on here. That's so cute, with like some khaki shorts and some sandals, or even like open over top of a little tank top or like a white t-shirt or something. Oh my gosh, this is nice. Like this feels, again, like this literally feels like something I would buy my husband in terms of the quality and just like how kind of heavy it feels. Again, this is obviously, I bought this stuff myself. This is not an ad or anything like that. This is just, I'm like genuinely impressed by the quality of the stuff. Obviously I can't be sure that they will have all this stuff still in stock or on sale or whatever. I feel like I got a good amount of clothes, accessories, like all kinds of stuff. I say this might be like my new go-to place to shop, and honestly I love trying new places to shop. Actually, I'll include in an upcoming vlog, I ordered from Primary, I think is the name of the brand. I've heard of them as well and never like pulled the trigger, but they had a really good sale on their, well, they had a sale on everything, but I got a bunch of like PJs, like zip PJs for Cole, and then also for the baby. So I'll include those in a vlog coming up as well, because I'm kind of trying to like dabble. I feel like probably a lot of us are this way. Tell me if you do the same thing, but I feel like when Cole needs something or when there's a sale, I tend to just like gravitate towards like Old Navy and Target and Amazon, just like kind of like the easy places that I'm shopping on those fairly regularly. They always have like free shipping and good prices and stuff, but I kind of want like my kids' wardrobes to have a little bit more variety than just like Carter's and like Cat and Jack, you know? Like I kind of want to try some other places just in terms of like other styles, but also in terms of like quality and just more of a selection, and just to kind of like switch things up so I'm not always getting like the exact same brands every time. So I've actually kind of intentionally been trying to like dabble in some other brands. I hate to break the bank on toddler and baby clothes because they wear them for such a short period of time and they get stained and damaged and all that kinds of stuff. So I'm like at this weird in between place where I want to try other brands and maybe some like nicer quality and stuff like that without like, I'm not gonna spend like $30 on a pair of like PJs, like zip PJs, like Caden Lane and like some of these other brands that are just, I'm sure they're nice quality and they're so cute, like Kite Baby, stuff like that. Like I'll spend money on like sleep sacks and things that they like use constantly and that you can kind of pass down, but I feel like for certain things I just like can't justify spending like $25, $30 on a set of PJs and I need like 10 of them. Like that just seems a little crazy to me. So being able to get like some nice quality stuff on a good price especially is kind of what I'm into. So let me know what other places y'all do your like toddler or kids shopping at that's like, you know, kind of more on the affordable side, like Cotton On. I probably wouldn't have thought of. I want to try out Zara. I do a lot of H&M. H&M is actually one place that I love to get baby stuff from that's like kind of that perfect in between where it's like a pretty good price tag but also like decent quality, and love the styles there. So anyway, yeah, that's the little unboxing haul. I will link everything down below that I can, and I guess we can chat. I'm gonna like get a little more comfy. This is just gonna be like a chatty vlog. I hope that y'all don't mind. I feel like I have like a mix of vlogs where sometimes we're just kind of like out doing stuff and you're actually seeing what we're doing, and then sometimes it's more just like talking to you guys, showing you stuff, catching you up, that sort of thing. So yeah, this is just more of kind of like a sit here and talk to you guys kind of vlog. I hope you don't mind, but I will give you guys the update on Cole's health, I guess. And I will preface this by saying we still don't really know what's going on, which is kind of the frustrating part, but we know what's not going on, which at the same time, and obviously, I mean, for your own health too, but even especially as like a parent, I feel like that's, where's the monitor? Cole is sleeping, by the way, like a champ, except last night he did not sleep like a champ, which is why he's so tired this morning. I actually just posted on Instagram. He woke up in like the middle of the night, like literally I think it was 12:30 or 1 o'clock, and he was just yelling for me, just mama, 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 and like not just saying it, but he was like crying. And a lot of times when he wakes up, he just will like kind of talk or like whine, but not like cry. And I mean, we try not to just like obviously run in there or like rock him back to sleep all the time, because we spend a lot of time sleep training, so we try to like kind of stick to the general principles of that as much as we can. Lately I've just been thinking, maybe with his health, maybe with being pregnant, I'm sure it's a combination of things, just being a mom in general, but I've just thought about the fact like there will be a last time that he ever wakes up in the night crying for me, and I won't know when that last time is until it's already like kind of, you know, behind me, probably well behind me, you know what I mean? Just don't know when a lot of lasts are for your baby doing baby type things. And so last night when I was up with him and eventually went in there, obviously, and like I just had him on my chest and I was sitting in the rocking chair, and ever since we were in the hospital, he seems to really like sleeping on us. He used to like not be the kind of kid that wanted to like be held while he slept or wanted to like cuddle, but I feel like ever since the hospital, where we all shared a room and it wasn't that dark and it was weird times that he was sleeping, we did a lot of, not like contact, I mean he did sleep with me for a couple hours the first night, but we did more kind of like rocking him to sleep sort of stuff, and I feel like ever since then he kind of enjoys it. And now he like, he's so cute. Even when I put him down for a nap here, I was rocking him and he just like kind of dozes off a little bit, and when I say, okay, give me a kiss, time to go night, he's like, no, no, again. And he wants me to like keep singing to him. And he used to be the opposite. He like would wanna kind of be put down, and now I feel like he's asking, almost like trying to like put off being put down. He's like, again, like asking me to keep singing rather than wanting to be put down. It's honestly so cute, but obviously we cannot be holding him for these 2.5 hour naps. So anyway, last night when I was up with him and like rocking him and holding him, and it was kind of the same thing, he seemed like he just wanted to sleep on someone, or you know, just be comforted and held or whatever. I was thinking and I was praying and I was like talking to God, and I was like, as much as probably he and I would both rather be sleeping right now, I am so thankful for this moment. Like I was literally thanking God that I was awake at 1 in the morning with my crying toddler, and there's nothing wrong with him. I think it's like a separation anxiety thing. Like sometimes he just wakes up and he's kind of at that age where separation anxiety can be a thing. He doesn't really have it much during the day, but sometimes at night when he wakes up, there will be nothing wrong. He has all his teeth, like he's fine. He just wants someone, a warm body. I get it. Sometimes we all need that, and I'm happy to be that. That's what I exist for. And so I was just thinking that. I was like, thank you for this moment where I'm just sitting here in the dark rocking my baby, because there's going to be a last time that I do this, and there's going to be a day where I never see him in the middle of the night, never hold him in the middle of the night, he never needs me in the middle of the night, he doesn't cry for me in the middle of the night. There's gonna be a day when I'm not the one that he wants or needs or is available or can comfort him when he needs someone in the night. And so while he needs me and wants me and is looking for me and calling for me, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna like enjoy it. Again, as much as I'd rather be sleeping, I'm gonna savor it, because one day this will never happen again and I won't even know that it's the last time I'm doing it. So anyway, that's just kind of like a framework I have as a mom, and I feel like operating under that framework, it's a little bit sad sometimes, but I feel like more than anything, it kind of like reframes the hard parts of motherhood, like getting woken up and stuff like that, and it kind of makes those hard moments and those hard parts a little bit like less hard, because you sort of turn them into something you're grateful for and appreciating and almost enjoying, rather than being pissed that you've been woken up in the middle of the night. So I don't know, just like my 2 cents and my experience last night, and it was, I don't know, it's one of those things that you kind of have to think about it to reframe kind of how you think, but it kind of makes those things a little more special. So anyway, circling back, but more of the story with his health update. It was only his pediatrician that we went to. It was just like a post-emergency room kind of like general follow-up, but because the pediatrician was the one that sent us to the emergency room in the first place, she knew why we went, and she's so sweet. She had been like literally checking in on his charts and his results like constantly. She even called us that night at like 5 or 6 while we were still in the hospital, just to kind of like check in and be like, oh, I've been keeping up with everything they're like putting in his chart and stuff like that. I was a little bit afraid that she wouldn't really be able to shed a ton of light on the results, because we got a lot of results while we were in the hospital, but there's still stuff coming in, and I was a little bit apprehensive that she wouldn't be able to like shed a ton of light on the updated results, because obviously she's just kind of like a general pediatrician. She's not like a GI specialist or anything like that, so I wasn't sure how much she would know about the specifics, since he got tested for so much, or if she'd be able to interpret a lot of it. But she seemed like really kind of like clued in. I feel like she was very familiar with the stuff that was in his chart. Like she had like reviewed it and had been keeping up with it, and she seemed to be very familiar with and able to like interpret, I don't know, like 90% of the stuff that was in there. There was literally only like one thing that I think she said like she's not exactly sure what that like applies to, but we are going to be seeing specialists, so obviously we'll get answers at some point. But she said like pretty much all his blood work is like fairly normal. Now the kind of problem, and if you're a parent you probably know, the problem with like blood work results for like infants and toddlers is that the standard reference range they give you to say like this falls within the normal range, that normal range is for adults. It's not like a pediatric thing. And so when it comes to kids, and that's one of the things we learned in the hospital, like the standard range for all kinds of anything you can test in kids is wildly different than adults, because their bodies are just so different and they're growing, and there's just so much else going on with their little bodies that you can't, it's not apples to apples. So a lot of the stuff that to us looked like it was either super high or super low or kind of on the edge or whatever, based on what she said, all of it fell within the normal range for a kid. Even his liver enzymes, which are the main thing, that was like not skyrocketed off, but they were slightly elevated. I don't know, to me they seemed a little more than slightly, but not like dangerously high. Even those had gone down like kind of significantly, which I was surprised to see. And then I brought up the fact that I think that we were still kind of wondering like if this was some kind of autoimmune, and she said no, and she brought up one of the most recent results, and it was kind of like an autoimmune marker screen, and that was negative. Obviously you can't test for like every autoimmune disease ever, but I think maybe the major ones or whatever, I don't know how that science works. There was just a lot of stuff that looked normal, potentially like better than it was in the hospital, and so she was like very like confident and reassured by what she was seeing and what she was explaining to us. And obviously the way he acts, like his behavior, and he has no symptoms and all this stuff, is a very good sign. You know, usually what she said, and I honestly think it's probably applies to just like kids in general, but she said either kids, you know, babies, toddlers, either they're like growing and they're eating and they're sleeping, or they're not. You know, and so if your body is just using a lot of your energy to fight something, or it's deficient in something, or something's wrong, you're not thriving. You're probably not eating well, you're not sleeping well, you're not growing well, you're not developing well, you're not hitting milestones, or you are, and you're eating and you're growing and you're acting normal. So it's not that it's obviously like extremely black and white, but like kind of when it comes to kids, there's kind of two camps more or less, especially when it comes to like something like hepatomegaly, like a big liver, like an organ kind of thing. So what she's thinking, and none of this is obviously confirmed for sure, because we do still need to see GI and the liver specialist, and we do have tests out with genetics / like metabolic testing, so like nothing is for sure. But based on her obviously professional review of it and just seeing what the results have been thus far, she's kind of thinking that he had either some acute infection or trauma, or like something that like really like kicked his liver's ass essentially. And the liver is kind of known to be just like a very resilient organ. Its kind of job is to like do a lot of the like junk work of your body, you know, in a way. And so it's very resilient. It can like regenerate, it can kind of fight and work through a lot of stuff. It's just kind of known, it's kind of a very complex organ obviously, and so it's pretty resilient in a lot of ways. And so what she thinks happened is just something like just got to it again, like an infection something, because that's one of the things we brought up was herpes simplex, which is like if you get cold sores and stuff, which I had that can have an effect on your liver, especially in like kids, like in the pediatric sense. And she said that she thinks that they tested for that. We have to double check. It doesn't seem like this is infectious, but basically if it was some kind of acute infection or trauma, you should still be able to find out what it was, because there should still be some evidence of it in his blood or in the cells or like something. Like we should still be able to figure it out. But what she's thinking is that it was some kind of something that just really bothered his liver, but it's basically like since passed, and his liver is kind of like essentially like working on getting back to normal right now, kind of on its own. So she's like not even sure if there's gonna be treatment needed, or if whatever's going on like is even still like there. It might have kind of like come and gone, you know, if you broke your leg and maybe like never got it, you know, set in a cast, and it's just kind of like working on healing itself, and so it's not necessarily maybe doing it like the most efficient way or the right way. it's still like doing it, it's still working on it, which is why his numbers like for his liver enzymes are like high, but they're not like screaming high, but they're not normal. So that's just kind of like what she's thinking, which obviously is like very reassuring to us, because it's like, okay, so what you're saying is something happened, his body kind of took care of it, and now it's like basically just like working on getting better, which is like pretty much best case scenario, right? In a way, obviously it's still a problem, but I mean, you can't really ask for like a better answer than that. Again, like we're not like super holding our breath that that's 100% the situation, and like there's just nothing wrong with him, but it's very reassuring, and genuinely I left that appointment like breathing so much easier, just feeling like such a weight was taken off my chest, just knowing that, again, I know we still don't know definitively what the situation is. We still don't know if we need to do a biopsy. She seems to think that we might not need to. I'm still thinking that we probably will, because I feel like that's the only way to like literally get some of his liver cells out and like look at them and test them and get to the bottom of it. So that's a GI thing, that's not a her thing. But I don't know, I just left that appointment feeling so just kind of like relieved and reassured, and just feeling a lot more optimistic. I don't know, I've always been like optimistic about it, but just feeling like a little bit more lighter about the whole situation. And so we're hoping that like we continue to get really good news, because so far like everything that it's not is just so great, and generally what we hear is just good news. But we did get a call from the genetic like specialist, and we do have an appointment for him scheduled for that. Those tests can take a couple weeks to come back, and we never got a call from GI still. It's Thursday, and they said we get a call this week, and I was like, it's Thursday. So I called, and they said they didn't have a referral for him. So like they basically weren't gonna call. So we were waiting on a call that was never gonna come. So I'm glad that I followed up on that. I talked to the pediatrician after that phone call, and they are getting a referral over. So hopefully we'll be able to get into the GI next week, at least just for like a consult, just to again like have them look at the test results that have come in, tell us if we're gonna need a biopsy, and just like chat with them, essentially figure out where we're at and like what the next steps are. But we're feeling so much better and like so relieved, and the fact that he's obviously in like a great spirits and feels totally fine is like the best part. If he was obviously struggling or uncomfortable or in pain, that would make this 1,000,000 times worse. But the week after next is when we go on vacation. We're going to New Orleans for a couple of days. It's gonna be his first flight, first kind of like bigger trip that we do with him. So it's a little bit weird timing how all of this is kind of like lining up, but it'll probably be nice to like get away and get a little break, maybe like celebrate kind of at least like the good news we've gotten and the progress we've been making. Yeah, I think that's basically the update. The things I wanted to chat about in this vlog. I know I've literally just been sitting here talking for what feels like forever. Pretty much what I wanted to include in this vlog. I'm sorry if this was boring and just so chatty, but hopefully like it was interesting what I showed you guys and getting the update on him. I know so many of y'all were so sweet and just like praying for him, and you know, sending your thoughts and your positive vibes and all of that stuff over to us. It was so sweet how many people were just thinking of him and, you know, just feeling for him. And I know with like little babies, it's just like so hard to see them go through anything, like stay in the hospital. It just, no parent wants to experience that, and I don't think anyone wants to see a little kid experience that. So appreciate all of you that have been so sweet on the videos and on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. It literally means everything, and was just so encouraging the whole way through. And I guess if I have any footage from the rest of the day, maybe from my phone or something from our anniversary celebrations and stuff, I will include some of that just to make this vlog a little bit more interesting than just my face sitting right here. Ken did, I'll put a little picture on the screen here. He came home from the gym and surprised me with Starbucks and flowers and donuts. So that was really sweet. I actually went out and tried to like get him breakfast. And the first place I went, their like fryer wasn't hot enough. So they said like come back in 10 minutes. So I did. And then they said, oh, come back in 10 minutes. I was like, okay, no, like, can you just cancel it? And then I was gonna go somewhere else, and they like weren't taking orders. So I literally was out of the house for like half an hour and came back empty-handed and wasn't able to get anything for myself or for him. It was a complete fail. But Ken was really sweet and got me that stuff and made a really sweet post and stuff like that. So we just are like pretty low-key for anniversaries. We just kind of like to do something fun together and like as a family and eat some good food and just kind of like celebrate being married and making it this far and having this family that we've made together, which is, it's so cool to be pregnant this anniversary and knowing that like next year we'll have a family of 4 on this day. And we've been together, like I said, for 5 years, or married for 5 years, together for 7, which just feels insane. Usually, honestly, this is like one of the first anniversaries we've been home for. We're typically always on a vacation. Like we typically always take an anniversary trip. We haven't been home for an anniversary in like, I think like 3 years or 4 years. Like I literally think this is the first one that we've been home for, but it just kind of so happened that our like anniversary trip is a week and a half after our actual anniversary, just the way it worked out with like the flights and stuff like that and where we were gonna stay. So we are still taking like an anniversary trip. We're just usually already on the trip for our anniversary, so we do something like extra special, but we don't usually do like gifts and like make it too big of a production out of it with like, you know, all this fanfare. So I will insert any of that footage that I have to include. That one.
Okay, pick.
You have to pick one, baby.
Points.
Alpaca?
Frog? You have to pick.
Which one do you like? You like the paca? Over here. You gotta give it to her so she can stuff it. Go ahead.
Make it big baby food.
Give her your paca.
Give it back, I promise.
Okay, she's gonna fill it up.
Make it big pack.
Whoa. Oh, good job, bud. Yay. Cool, go get your paca. Yay, go get it.
Go get it. Go get it.
Say thank you.
We say thank you.
Oh, good job.
Good job. You got your pack. Okay, maybe not, huh?
So coordinated. Do you love your paca? Yeah. Yeah. Where's your paca? Yeah, right there.
Oh no.
That will pretty much be the end of this vlog, but definitely make sure you are subscribed and stay tuned. You will be able to see some more pregnancy vlogs. I want to do an update on the nursery because we've made a ton of progress in there. I want to do some baby girl clothes like haul, and I'm probably going to do a vlog, not like packing for the trip, but I do have a ton of like toddler trip like kind of things that I've like purchased and planned and stuff like that. So I thought that would be fun to include, kind of like toddler airplane airport prep kind of stuff. And then of course the vlog for New Orleans, like a little travel vlog. So that'll be super fun and exciting. So definitely make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned so you can catch all of that. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye guys.